Yo, I figured it out, yo. I figured out why you keep failing. I figured out why I keep failing. This is what it is. I, you and I are alike, and I know this, right? We have a tendency to seek external validation. We have a tendency to seek external circumstances and environments to validate ourselves. We've been the blessing the whole entire time, right? We've always trying to help people, always trying to coach people. But when we're gonna start coaching ourselves to victory, when we're gonna start coaching ourselves to do what we need to do, like we've been the blessing the whole entire time. That's why we fail. That's why we don't get truly what we want, because we have to start fighting for what we want and start making sure that we get what we want. We're always trying to help everybody get what they want, right? We're always trying to make sure that, and that was cool. That was cool. That was cool then. Now coming into this new version of ourselves, coming into this new world, we have to start advocating for ourselves, right? Not using force, still not using none of that, no ego. But in order for us to fulfill our purpose, we have to do what's needed. We have to do what's needed and do it joyfully. It's not doing what we want. It's about doing what's needed in the moment in order for us to fulfill our purpose, right? And I say that to say, just going through reflecting on this, right, for the last day or so, right? Just son's been telling me, like, kind of get off your phone and have some quiet time. And these downloads just start hitting me. And it's more like this whole entire time, like, I feel like for me, right, I've always been like, man, I just hope I can find someone who loves me for me and can be that blessing for me, be that angel, be that whatever the case may be. Somebody can come into my life. But right now, who we are, the reason people haven't caught up to us. So we're not going to find anybody in the environment that we're in, that we grew up in right now, that's going to match our wave. Because what we're going through is unique. And what we're going to accomplish is going to change the entire world. The world view, right? So we have to understand that, and also have to understand, like, the people that we're trying to look for and find, we're not gonna find them right now. And like I said, me and my boy always talk about this. He's like, yo, man, like, people, like, man, when we gonna get our break, right? But we're being built up and molded. This whole time, God has been molding us into being someone's break. Because we have a big heart. We want to give. We want to see people succeed. We want to create millionaires. We want to create opportunities for people to succeed. And we see all these people being successful and doing what they're doing. While they're shining, God is molding us into something even greater. Because like I keep saying, what we're about to go through, what we're going to experience, nobody ever going to have experienced that. So it's hard to talk to people and connect with people who've never experienced it in this lifetime, in this specific environment at this time. You get what I'm saying? So it just hit me like, Chris, what you're going through is very unique, right? And you just have to continue to reach out and allow and share your story. And through sharing your story, you're going to attract those people. You're going to attract like-minded people. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just hit me because I'm like, yo, man, like, I've been wanting to attract the people, but it's like, you've been that blessing that whole entire time. You've been that blessing. You've been that blessing for others the whole entire time. And sometimes it can feel tough when you feel alone. You feel by yourself in a room full of people. But you still feel by yourself. And like I said, alone in a sense. And it's finally clicked today. It's like, it is what it is. It is what we make it. That's what it is for right now. That's who we are. Because what we're going through, nobody has ever been through it. This is going to be a unique We're here to create a whole different view of the world. And it's like that's like telling Elon Musk and them and these different guys that have changed the world, the way we look at it. It's like telling them how no one's ever truly did what they did, in a sense, right? You get what I'm saying? So we have to understand. We have to come to grasp the understanding of that, and that it's okay, and that we have to start coaching ourselves. We always want to coach other people and give them advice and do whatever, but when we gonna start coaching ourselves? We know what we need to do. I can't remember where I read this at, right? But they were saying, like, if you had a twin, what would you tell him? What would you tell him? Get up, work out. Do those things that you would tell your twin. You know what I'm saying? Like, or it was a clone. No, I'm sorry, it was a clone. That was the thing. What would you tell your clone to do? That's what you need to be doing. And that's what we need to look. We need to look more inward for what we're gonna. We have to go inward. That's the only way to go. God is within. You know what I'm saying? You have to seek within, seek knowledge, seek understanding, seek self-consciousness to understand who we are, so we're able to express and give life to this whole entire world. So we're able to express our creativity. And it's also crazy because I'm getting this boost of energy now. I'm kind of going off track, but I'm getting this boost of energy now, and I'm all over the place with it. I have to kind of ground myself and realign myself and use that energy strategically. And that's what was. And you know how like sometimes people tell you things and it hits you at a later moment, because we have a certain way of thinking, certain understanding of when we use certain words. But a lot of times, because when they say strategic, it's like, oh, how I'm gonna make money. But now that strategic was meant for me. How do I use my energy? Use my energy as currency. How do I be strategic with using my energy? Because I'm getting this boost of energy back, but that don't mean I just got to go full-fledged into the wall. That means I can sit back. Okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to do. Okay, put more energy towards this. You get what I'm saying? Because now, when you start scattering all over the place, now you're doing a whole lot of nothing. You're not accomplishing anything. And that was something that just hit me. It was like, wait, okay, I'm back in the gym. I'm doing what I need to do. What gives me that energy? Okay, now, once I got that energy, what do I do with it? It's the same thing as money. Now that I got this energy, what do I do with it? Whoa, that just hit me. Whoa. That just came to me just then. Your energy is like your currency. All right, Chris, because it was one time where I wasn't in the gym. I wasn't in the gym for like 6 months, 8 months. Maybe a year I wasn't in the gym. Now I'm getting that energy back. Now I'm getting that drive, that will. Now I'm getting that back. Now that I have it, what do I do with it? And like I just said, the same thing with money. Now that you can get money. Now when you have the money, what do you do with it? You're just going to invest it in stupid stuff you don't know about? You're going to invest it in things that don't give you a return? It's the same thing with energy. You have to use your energy like currency. Invest your energy into things that's going to give you a reciprocated return. And whatever that might mean for you. For us right now, we've given our energy. We gave already. Now it's time for us to receive. And I keep saying that. That's a key theme in what I've been saying in my videos. We have to learn how to be receptive, and that's feminine energy, masculine, feminine, having a balance. That's what it's about. You become whole, not perfect, whole. That don't mean you don't do bad things. You know what I'm saying? Like the shadow side. And that's one thing I want to talk about too. Is I know I'm afraid of my shadow, because I know there's a lot on my brain, y'all. It just, that currency, like money, that was a banger. That was a banger. That was a banger. All in all, that was a banger, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Because you can relate a lot of things back to just life in general. Like that's probably that you use your energy like currency. You want to get a return. You don't want to give energy that keep depleting you. We've done it. We did all that already. We did all that already. We've blessed those people. We've done God's work, right? Now it's kind of receive and be receptive, so we're able to do more of God's work. You know what I'm saying? Give back to the community. Do whatever you want to do with that. But in order for you to hit that echelon, that excellence, you have to cultivate what you got now within yourself and allow yourself to be, give yourself the energy, give yourself the permission to say no, to protect your energy. Man, that was a man. I don't even know what to say after that. The currency, John. That I needed to hear that. That just came out of nowhere. That just came out of nowhere, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. But listen, man. That's what it is. That's why we keep sitting back. We doing a lot of stuff, but nothing's happening. Because we trying to seek external. We trying to find everything outside of ourselves when we have it within. And we need to coach ourselves. We need to be more firm with our energy, more strategic with our energy. We giving it to everybody, but nothing coming back. So why we trying to nurture those relationships? For what? They just taking. Listen, but that's a life lesson though. We learn that we learn that as we go. We learn that as we grow. We learn that as we go. We learn that as we grow. Bars in this, John. Crazy. But listen, yo. That's what I needed. And that's why I know right now, I'm telling y'all, man, get off your phone. Take some time to sit in silence. Get back to doing the meditation. Get back to doing those things that give you energy, that you can connect with the source. There's a lot of distractions out here, a lot of them. And trust me, I got caught up in it this whole last 2 weeks, man. I'm trying to tell you, I've been off balance. I don't know what's been going on. But now it's time to give myself the permission. It's time to coach myself. And these are all things I already know, but you don't apply them all the time. What would you tell your clone? What would you tell your clone who was sitting right here? What would you tell him to be successful, or to not be a failure? What would you tell him or her? Listen, man. Bars. I'm out this young, man. That's what I need to hear. That's what I need to hear, man. I'm blessed to have that conversation with y'all. It's more like I said, it just as much as for me as for y'all. Just as much as for y'all as for me. So man, I'm out of here. Peace.